All right. I'm just going right into this because what an amazing end to major season. The Open Championship did not disappoint. Absolute legend of a weekend. Dave, I know you watched none of it because you had the fair. You went Midwest
I'm going to sit back and I'm going to relax, and you two do you two.
But first off, congratulations to the champion golfer of the year and Ryan Fox. What an amazing tournament. You tied the record low at 62, which 2 other people did as well. It was beyond amazing, this tournament. It gave us so much to talk about, gave us so much drama from Bryson to Scotty and everything in between. We're going to talk about all of it tonight. But Steve, I know you want to lead off with our champion golfer of the year.
Yes.
Mr. Ryan Fox.
I don't want to take away from
with another Ryan that we know at another major this year.
I do want to give him some cred. I mean, playing 2 rounds with Ryan Lenihan at the PGA Championship, I think, is what propelled him to victory at the Open this year. So I just want to throw that out there. Also, I don't think, unfortunately, that Ryan Fox will ever be paired with PGA Club Professionals at the PGA Championship ever again as a major winner now.
Hey, he might request it because it's a good luck charm.
I'm just saying.
Hey, stranger things have happened in the world of the PGA, but I only know what I know.
I'm going to say this. As we have debated slow play on this podcast, almost as much as
slow play. Let's not get this right. We are advocates for playing.
I know something about this.
Yeah, right.
We have not debated this.
We have discussed slow play. We'll leave it as discussed.
Yes.
And having discussed slow play as much as we have, and whether it was Bryson, whether it was Patrick Cantlay, Ryan Fox is the antithesis, the exact opposite, the creme de la creme of what we want to see in the PGA Tour. It took this man 22 and a half seconds after Sam Burns pulled the ball out of the hole to hold the final putt to win the Open.
He is the champion golfer of the year, and it is for that reason that you took no time. You have biggest putt in the world. You have the most pressure on you. We all, as kids, we have all sat there and tried to make the last shot to win the championship in our driveway. We have sat on a putting green going, all right, we got to make this and put the pressure on
the Open or the Masters. Yeah.
The pressure that is on him. He was like, nope, I got this. And as he said in his press conference,
from the 17th green to the 18th tee, put a peg in the ground, put a ball on it, and sat there for 3 minutes because he wanted to rip it. Like, he was ready to go. And I was like,
that bothered me. That bothered me that he had to wait as much as he did, because I know what that feeling's like when you're out there playing and just sitting on tee boxes, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Because I like to play at a pace and a rhythm and have that rhythm, and he was playing at that. To keep his cool during that, I don't think people can understand. That's amazing to keep his cool during that and keep that rhythm going.
So one of the few parts that I did see about the weekend, I think, was an interview about one of the things that Scotty said to him. And I saw the shot clock from the time Scotty hit his tee shot to when Ryan Fox hit his was 25 seconds between Scotty watching the ball go down the fairway. And the only other intriguing tidbit that I have about all of this, and then I'll let you two go, was it today, yesterday, Colin Montgomery came out with a quote on the pace of play. That Lee Trevino could play in a 3-ball in under 4 hours.
I think Ryan Fox and the 3 of us could play in a 4-ball in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the three of us first group out at 8 o'clock in the morning on our favorite golf course, we'd be done before 11.
We've been the 3 last out on a golf course and still played 18 holes with a beer break in 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I was about to say, Dave, you and I in Hilton Head, when we worked and lived there, we would go out at the end of our shift and get with like 2 hours of daylight in, we'd get in 18 holes.
Walking sometimes.
It's doable. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I just
much
think
time.
that I love what Ryan Fox said. I also want to give some credit, and I want to start. This might surprise a few people that watch this show. I want to start, and I want to give a ton of credit to Lucas Herbert for this week.
Yes.
You played amazing golf. You had a couple bad breaks, but you played some great golf and held in there with your name on the top of the leaderboard in a very uncomfortable position for yourself. First time really in a major in the tank, and you hung in and did an amazing job, and it was fun to watch you play golf and hit some really cool golf shots. The other person that I really want to give cred to is someone who I give a lot of cred to, who I think he's one of the absolute nicest people on the PGA Tour, and that is Mr. Cameron Young. It's funny. I heard it described this way yesterday. They talked about, did he backdoor a second place finish, or was he going to backdoor win? You don't backdoor wins. You don't backdoor second place finishes. This golf course was going to give it, and it was going to take it away. And we saw that with Ryan Fox, who after the cut on Friday was 53rd on the leaderboard and ended up winning at 10 under. Ryan Fox shot 7. I mean, it was Ryan, and like nobody played great on Thursday.
Ryan Fox shot 72,
Yep.
68, 62, 68. That's what he shot.
Yeah. So, Cam, Sunday 64, unfortunately hit the face of the bunker on 18, made bogey. Needed to finish at that 10 under number, which is what he thought it was when he finished. Disappointing, another runner-up finich. Yet to have the Ricky Fowler slam, which is runner-up finishes in every major. But man, was it fun to watch him play on Sunday morning on my couch. It was fun to really watch him go out there and get it. Sam Burns playing on house money. Wasn't supposed to be there. And almost parlayed it into a win. And that was a ton of fun to watch, pulling for Sam. And then, man, did I feel bad for Siwoo on the back nine on Sunday, shooting 40 on the back nine on Sunday. Cost him a chance to win the golf tournament, played a great week. Siwoo Kim is the number one ball striker on the PGA Tour. This past week, Ryan Fox and Scotty Scheffler had the most shots inside 20 feet for proximity to the hole. I do think that I think Siwoo's going to get his. I really do.
Well, I will say the one thing about this course that was amazing to watch was they all play the same course.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt once you got yourself into trouble, you kept yourself and you lost that rhythm in there. But if you were scoring out there, you kept scoring out there. You kept hitting it to the right spots. Yeah. You kept making the good shots. You kept recovering well, even if you had a slight misstep, but you never really got caught in a rut. Whereas when you did, if you got caught in something, you stayed in that rut. And I feel once you hit that, your round went down. And you saw that in the scores because this was a course that I think played fairer than anywhere we've seen on the PGA Tour in the major this season. You saw it at the PGA Championship. Our buddy Ryan Lenahan talked about that. That was one of the toughest experiences on Thursday and Friday at the PGA because it was the weather, and it was like the weather of an Open and the conditions of a U.S. Open.
Yep.
I felt like this one was so dried out that everything was running out. People were hitting 5 irons, 300 yards, they said at times, that it tested you like I expected an Open to test you. And you saw that in the scores. When you got in trouble, what was it, on 4? I think the bunker on 14, I think they just replayed the same shot of someone hitting it to it, and then it would just funnel down into that bunker by that greenside bunker. I think I saw that same shot 100 times on Sunday because everyone hit it in there that was not playing.
They were joking about it on the broadcast.
Yeah, it looked. I swear you could have just replayed one of the shots, and it looked
going
exactly
for the par 5
ball.
and 2, and it literally was the same golf shot. Everybody hit the same golf shot. Bradley, you are correct. Yes, and that has been his Achilles Achilles heel. Siwoo did forget how to putt on Sunday afternoon, and that was unfortunate for him because I think that did cost him the tournament.
Well, that was the thing. You saw Cam come in, post a number on there, and there were still guys that had to go out and were on like the second, third hole as he posts at 9 under. And they even interviewed him, and he's like, I hope it holds up. I don't know. He's been in this position before where he's posted a great number on the last day in a major just to get beat out by one stroke. And it was great to kind of see that the course held up. He's like I said, he got in a rhythm. He played well. Just Ryan Fox was able to not let it knock him down too much. He shot a 68 that day. Wasn't his 60. So he had a good day out there, and it was just enough. And that one putt made the difference.
We birdied the last 2 holes to win, and I will give anybody credit on the PGA Tour. You birdied the last 2 holes to win any golf tournament. You are doing something. And with the decision to take the driver and just say, I'm going to win this golf tournament right now in regulation, like he did. Like,
the approach shot.
Yeah.
The approach shot was amazing.
Like, and it was another case, Dave, I know you haven't seen it. It was another case of grab the club and hit it. Like, see ball, hit ball. Let's go.
Well, and the nerve to have that, like, you're getting up there, you know you got to hit this close and give yourself a shot at birdie. And he walked up, picked his line.
Be right.
Boom. Yeah.
Be right.
And he hit it.
Right. So yeah, I mean, sorry. I think that there's a lot to be said for see ball, hit ball. And I think there's a lot to be said for watching him and not turning this into something that we talked about a while back on this show was the NCAA tournament where you had the dude that took 5 minutes to hit a putt because he aim pointed it, lined it up from both sides of the hole. Like, it was painful to watch in that playoff. So, like, when you go to that to 22 seconds to hit a putt, there's not a lot you can go wrong with in 22 seconds.
Well, it's the reason that it frustrates me when watching people like take so long. I just feel you're being indecisive. Like, I'm going to look at a green, and I'm not a professional, but I'm going to look at a green, and I played last night in my league, and I was putting lights out last night in my league. But I picked a line. I had someone confirm it for me on my team, and we're like, yep, go after it and hit it. And if I missed, it was usually a mechanical error in my swing that I did. Like, I opened the club face when I was putting. But I picked my line, I hit my line, and it goes exactly where I thought. I don't see why you need 5 minutes to read something that you're just overthinking it at that point. And Ryan Fox showed that you can just read it, hit it, make it, and win. So
see it, hole it, win it.
That's it.
You know what else happens? You know what else will give you that confidence? Greg, you know what else would give you that confidence?
Is it the
Cobra's new 3DP Tour and MIM Putter families are delivering unmatched results on the putting green. Engineered for precision and performance, these lines feature breakthrough 3D printing and metal injection molding technology. Experience the exceptional feel, consistency, and control of Cobra putters today. Learn more at cobragolf.com.
All right, now I'm going to go into
the moment you've all been waiting for, because we all knew it was coming here tonight.
So here we go.
The tirade. Let's go.
First things first. Let's just get this out of the way. Bryson did not cheat. None of us, well, Dave didn't watch it. None of us think he cheated. He didn't. He did break a rule, but he didn't cheat. Second, he was not targeted because he's on LIV. This is the way the rules are written. This is the way the rules are interpreted. The people that wrote the rules are the one who made the call on this. Third, Scotty did not receive preferential treatment, the same way that Bryson wasn't targeted for being on LIV. The rule was written this way, and it worked to Scotty's advantage. And Scotty took advantage of that, and this is what happened. So let's first talk about what did Bryson do. So Bryson hit a ball into the high stuff. On the 5th hole, he walks over to the thick fescue. He's looking for his ball. The footage shows him stepping and flattening some long grass near where he would have made his swing. The R&A determined that those actions improved the area intended for his swing, which is a violation of R&A Rule 8.1a. The rule is based on the fundamental principle of golf is play the course as you find it. Players are not allowed to move, bend, break natural objects in a way that improves the conditions for their next stroke. Bryson, in walking for his ball, and we can get into what we saw and what we thought it looked like, steps on some grass, bends that grass, and improves the area. Doing this on purpose? No. This is just something that even if I did this and I'm just standing behind my ball and I want to get a line, if I'm improving the area right behind my ball and I'm standing too close to it, that would be a general penalty, which is a 2-stroke penalty, which is what he was assessed. So based on the way the rule is written, Bryson did not cheat, but he did break the rule.
Mm-hmm.
So, Steve, what was your interpretation of what you saw and how you would have thought this through?
I watched it happen, and I thought of that meme from Wolf of Wall Street where he's whistling and pointing, and thought, you can't do that. You can't do that. I think the biggest, and I'm not going to say it's a problem because it's a reoccurring theme on the PGA Tour and at the professional golf level, is that these guys know how to hit a golf ball. They know how to play really good golf. None of them know the rules. And in the lack of understanding of the rules, I do not fault Bryson. I don't think that the powers that be do enough rules training for them. I think they could do a better job at the professional level of doing rules clinics and things like that so that these guys all have a better understanding of this. The problem is you'd also have to get these guys to show up for rules clinics, and I don't see it happening. The issue, I don't take issue with Bryson in the way he went about playing the shot, not understanding the rule. I take issue and have problems with how he handled himself and the demeanor in which he handled himself
100%.
in the hour and 45 minutes on Friday afternoon that we all sat captivated in front of a TV, that anybody that was involved in golf was sitting there watching USA's coverage because they extended their coverage out and kept everybody there trying to get Donald Trump on the phone to argue in his favor like this was the World Cup.
Well, the other part that I have a problem with was even when they made the ruling, when they were talking to him, when it happened, he's out there flailing his arms, yelling, screaming, acting like a child over this, like saying, no, this is, and it's like an official in a sporting event. You might not like the call, but you know what?
It is what it is.
Every sport, you go back and they have instant replay now in every sport, even baseball. You tap the helmet, ball and strike. There's too much that I don't like when someone calls in, like what happened at the Masters where someone called in and said, oh, this person moved this, and they went back and reviewed it and then did it after the fact. I think that's terrible.
Right.
But the fact that
they've kind of changed that rule under the new rules of golf. Yes.
Can I ask a dumb question here?
In a second. In just a second. So the fact that we can actually see it live, and I find it really funny that the LIV Warriors will say, oh, LIV's not on camera enough. Well, guess what? You're on camera a lot this week. You got caught.
They were. LIV golfers were on camera an awful lot this week.
But when you get caught breaking a rule, we can go back and see what happens. And visibly, I see Bryson make a step that I don't think was natural and in the way. I think he's stepping down the grass there. But I don't think he was cheating. I just think he's stepping to kind of get out of the way, but it improves his line. So, Dave, what was your question?
So, years ago, when I remember this and caddying for Steve, didn't Tiger have a gallery pick up a giant rock and move it out of his line?
So that's a difference. That is a technically a movable obstruction. Doesn't matter
Loose
the size of the
impediment.
rock.
It's considered a loose
Okay.
impediment.
It
That
is a
works
loose
for me.
impediment. I don't.
Yes,
I mean,
that is considered a loose impediment.
that is a very
And that
liberal
rule has been changed.
rule of a
That
loose
has been
impediment.
changed. Yes.
The rule has been changed since that incident that says player and caddy are the only people allowed to
Yes.
move such
Yeah.
things. You can't
Not
get half
gallery.
the gallery to do it. Right.
Yeah.
Which is an iconic moment, but that's a sense where I do think Tiger got preferential treatment at that ruling, where I
Well,
don't
again,
think
as
that,
the rule was written, Tiger didn't get preferential treatment.
correct.
Tiger took advantage of the rules because he understood the rules.
Yes.
Tiger's one that understands the rules better than any golfer that's ever been out there.
Correct.
And
Now-
some golfers, there are a lot of golfers out there that do understand the rules and can use the rules
Yep.
to their advantage, which is
Correct.
does help you with that if you know the rules. And a lot of times, I'll be honest, if I'm playing and I know the rules, I'll get questioned on something that I do, and it's like, you can't do that. It's like, actually, I can.
can.
I can do that. One of the weirdest ones
think-
I tell people is if you are up against a tree and the tree's right next to the cart path and you're going to swing left-handed but you're standing on the cart path, you get relief from that. When you give yourself relief, you don't have to go back to swinging left-handed.
Swing
You
left-handed,
can now swing
correct.
right-handed, and it improves your lie. So that's using the rules to your advantage.
I think that the biggest problem that I have with the Bryson thing, one is there's two. One is how he acted. And I agree with, and I'm going to say this, I agree with what Rory said about him on Saturday.
You don't like
appreciate
Bryson?
that, there's, I'll leave that alone.
I only know what I know.
But the performativeness of what Bryson did, the demonstrative nature in his pleading his case, and then holding everybody hostage on I'm playing or not, because he said on camera, I'm not going to play tomorrow, like a little baby. And then the other flip side of that, hitting golf balls till 10:30 at night, whether or not you're playing. And the biggest problem that I have for all of this, and everyone's looking at it from Bryson's side, okay? You have a field to protect there. There were how many guys that made the cut?
68, I think was the cut. It was at where was it? No, 78. 78 made the cut.
78 players made the cut. So you have 78. You have 77 other players in that field. That, I'll be honest with you, if Bryson doesn't get penalized, I honestly think we have a bigger question of did he cheat on his hands? And how do you protect the field? And does Bryson now turn into Patrick Reed?
Well, I like the fact. Well, I don't like the fact. What I'm saying is that he did all this. He, as Rory puts it, he held people hostage.
Yeah.
But all of the volunteers that were there have to wait around. All these people are waiting around for this just because you're upset at a call that was on there and you're acting like a child. And that's the part that I have the big problem with, is that, Bryson, we defended you. We said when you went to LIV that we thought you were doing better. We thought that you were being a better person out there. But as LIV has started to fold again, you're becoming this child again. You're going back to the days of you and Brooks Koepka hating each other. Now just
So
we're replacing Brooks Koepka with Rory McIlroy in this.
Everybody else. Beautiful golf courses. First off, thank you for watching tonight. Bryson's true colors are showing again.
Yes.
And again, and I don't mean this the way it's going to come out, a tiger's stripes never change. And I don't mean to reference Tiger Woods on that, but again, I think Bryson had a really good publicist working with him, and I think that publicist isn't around anymore.
Yeah,
And
it's bad. It's a bad look. And here's the thing, with the way that it looks like LIV is going and that he might not have a home soon,
right?
If I'm the PGA, I don't want you back just because of your attitude now. Has nothing to do with the other stuff that we don't want you back for, but now it's just the way you're holding yourself at these majors, that this is the first major of 4, the last one you finally made the cut. So it looked like you actually put the work in, we're ready for this. So I get where your frustration comes with this. but you got to be better at the way you act at these things. If you want to be a role model, if you want to be that YouTube star, you got to be better. That's what we need out of you, Bryson.
Yeah. Now, the ruling then took a twist on Sunday.
So let's go into that ruling. Let's
Sunday
go to
afternoon.
Let's go to the 17th hole, Sunday afternoon. Scotty's in contention. Scotty hits a terrible drive on a par 5.
Needs to make it birdie at worst.
Yeah, birdie at worst, but an eagle would really put him in the running for this. So Scotty hits his second shot wayward. It goes off. You see it goes behind the grandstand by the green, way left.
Let's explain this to Dave. Yeah, Dave, grandstand left of the green.
So normally where I play golf from.
Yes.
Right. Left of that even. Left of that.
So it's, and there's an air, like a grassy area that's behind this between, I think it was the 10th hole and the 17th or something like that. I forget which two holes are right there. Maybe it was 14 and 17.
Yeah.
But really waste area where you really can't, you can't really do anything out of that area. Yep. But it's behind the grandstand is now blocking where the ball was seen to have gone in. So people think, why did Scotty get a free drop? Why are they giving Scotty a free drop? That's a lost ball. Actually,
now, Dave, let's clarify this in Greg. They gave him a free drop, and I get TIO relief, temporary removal.
I'm going to read the whole thing here, Steve, on why
they gave him a free drop without finding his golf ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
So the ruling behind this is why he got the free drop without anyone ever finding his golf ball. So on the 17th hole, final round, ball's never found. NBC broadcast would later come on saying that the ball was found, but that was never confirmed.
And that was also confusing.
That was very confusing because it was, depending on where you were listening to this, only one broadcast said that the ball was found later on. And this was after he finished the 17th hole. So there's a temporary hospitality grandstand in the area. It comes down to a rule called temporary immovable object, or TIO. The grandstands, hospitality tents, TV towers, and other temporary tournament structures are classified as TIOs. Under a local rule, F23, known for virtual certainty, a ball that came to rest in a TIO, a player does not have to find the ball to receive relief. So that's the part of this rule that no one understood at the time, is that you don't have to find the ball. The player can take a free drop based on an estimated point on where the ball entered the area. So because they have a visual of the ball going into that area, and it is in a TIO designated area, he gets free relief without having to look or find the ball, because there is visual evidence of it going into that area. That's where this comes in. You can also add rule 8.1a, or no, sorry, not 8.1a.
No, 8.1 is the
Bryson rule.
Yeah, that's the Bryson rule.
So but the reason for this is that rule with the TIO was put into place. Now,
known or virtually certain.
That's the key word there. Known or virtually certain that the ball went into that area.
Yeah.
So that's why Scotty got this. This is where knowing the rules actually can help you. I don't think Scotty would hit it over there on purpose.
I don't think Scotty also knew the rule, because this was being explained by here's the other thing. This one was being explained by the on-course official with the group, which I also found funny, going back to the Bryson incident, was the on-course official that was with the group was not with them when they went back out to the 5th hole.
No, it was a different official that was out there with them.
Right. It was the lead official.
They were right there. Yeah. They made the ruling. And you could actually see Scotty actually tells them to stop looking for the ball, because the official has told them, you get free relief over here and you do not need to find it. Now, none of the broadcasts understood that or heard that while you were watching.
Correct.
So everyone was really, even the announcers were like, wait, is he hitting 3? Is he hitting 4? Is he hitting 5? What is he hitting here? And he ends up birdieing the hole, which is unbelievable.
That's okay. I think I'll just beat them now.
Yeah, that's really kind of what it felt like, where you thought, okay, Scotty's making a charge, Scotty's going to be in this. Then Scotty hits this wayward shot, and you're like, damn it.
This is where, and this is my problem. My problem isn't with the ruling. Understanding now what the ruling is, because in the beginning, you and I were talking, and I had a problem with not being able to identify the golf ball and saying this is in my way and this is a TIO. Yep. Understanding now what the rule is, this is the problem that everyone complains about the rules of golf, though, is that the rules are so stinking complicated. And I'm trying to be nice. I use the word stinking. But the rules are so complicated that you have this scenario, and I've had this happen in a tournament, and I didn't know this because I thought it was a man-made object. Did you know the rainbird boxes on the golf course that control the sprinkler systems?
Yeah,
unless
you don't get relief from
unless your club it's in your swing path, you don't get relief from that on line of sight. But you do on a structure on the golf course that's put up there for a tournament. I have no problem with the way the rule is handled for Scotty. I don't, based on understanding what the rule is. But again, this is a case of understanding the rules and all of these. And again, you have a bunch of 20-something-year-olds that think that LIV is cool as crap. I guarantee there is like 3 of them that know the freaking rules. Like,
you're giving 3 credit.
Might be. But, and again, you know who their lead rules official is on LIV? Slugger White.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's some guy they pulled off the streets that caddied for Happy Gilmore. Like it is what it is. Like, he's a great rules official. And I'm going to say this. Like, I have no problem with how any of these rulings played out based on the rules and protecting the field.
Well, with the ruling, I think that, and I think Scotty kind of alluded to this after the fact when he was interviewed about this, that there needs to be better clarity on the rules. There needs to be more instant to what happens. I look at the rule that Scotty got, and I do think that I get that there's an immovable, there's an object there. So you should get relief, but I don't get the why you get free relief when you can't find it. Like, I only think that's for if it went into like the tent and it's like under a table and you can't find it in something that's in that tent. I get it for that. But this is now behind it. So I think they need more clarification of like, was it in the obstruction or behind the obstruction? Because they didn't, that's where it doesn't differentiate, is that's just in the way.
You're getting relief from it, from the structure, whether it's in it or behind it, you're getting relief from it. So I could see where that makes sense. I also don't understand how you can finish a golf hole with a different golf ball than you started the hole with and not have a penalty involved.
Actually, there are certain.
Well, there are, like, again, if you cut the old Bellata ball, you know, like there are. I get
no, actually, if you take relief from a ball, you actually can switch a ball out without taking. There are rules in the USGA. But you still have that ball in your pocket or back in your.
You
haven't lost that ball, but without and that's not even damaging a ball. This is a perfectly good ball that there's ways that you can switch it out, but. That's where they need better clarification. I think this is going to lead to.
So true. Bradley's got it. We need Ed Hockley explaining these.
Yes. I mean, that would be unbelievable to have that, but I think that it would be a lot of fun. Steve, I think you're frozen. Dave, is he frozen on your end?
Yeah.
He's frozen on my end.
Okay, good. So I do like the idea of reviewing something. I don't like the idea of causing slow play because you're wasting all this time reviewing all of this there, but you do need to get it right. Like, that's where I think Bryson's ruling was right because of the way the rules were interpreted. I do think Scotty's rule was right because of the way the rules are interpreted. I think they got both calls right in the end. I don't think anyone liked actually either ruling because they think that Scotty got treated, preferential or favorite treatment versus Bryson got screwed.
Yeah.
For something like we said, I don't think Bryson cheated. I don't think Bryson did anything intentionally. Only Bryson can tell you if that's the case.
Here's the thing. If it was any other 2 golfers in the world, that this had happened to, it wouldn't have been a story.
Well, let's be honest. You couldn't have had a better storyline here. That you have the face of the PGA and the face of LIV as the two people that have the most drama going on
Right.
the last day of the Open.
Well, Bryson's was on Friday.
Yeah, but I'm saying it came down to the last day with Scotty's.
Yeah.
It came down to the end because Bryson fell apart at the end, and he could have come back from that and still won.
Yeah,
but he just didn't make the shots that were there.
But yeah, it's one of those. If this would have been Ricky Fowler and Max Homa, everybody just would have been, oh, home. You know, there's a 2-shot penalty, but because Scotty's up near the lead and Bryson was up near the lead when this had happened, that's why this is a big deal.
Well, and that's where it's interesting because I think if LIV wasn't here, you wouldn't have this LIV PGA conflict. Obviously, you wouldn't. And I think that's what people need to take out of this during the majors is this is not a LIV favoritism. This is not a PGA favoritism. This is the rules of golf from the way they were written. So we got to let that go. And I'm hoping it's done when LIV's done. But because what I'm afraid is going to happen is LIV ends. Now we go fast forward 2 to 3 years from now, and you see something like this happen again, and you have these old LIV fans saying, oh, they're just treating these players on the PGA Tour now worse because they're LIV players. I don't want to see that either.
Yeah.
So, but what drama from this whole Open that we get to talk about this. This was so much fun. This was so much fun to watch. Dave, you need to go back and watch the replays. They are on Peacock. So go and watch.
When?
I don't care when. Stay up tonight. Don't sleep. And just watch this because it was so much fun. And I think it's going to lead to the next few weeks on the PGA Tour. And I'm hoping this excitement leads into the FedExCup playoffs. Playoffs?
Yeah. Playoffs?
Playoffs. You know what else is exciting? Dial in your game with Bridgestone and the Tour B featuring Mindset. Bridgestone with Tour B featuring Mindset. The visual cues help you focus, commit, and roll it pure. Same tour level performance now with a smarter way to lock in. Find your fit and play the Tour B today. BridgestoneGolf.com.
I will say I played actually in a scramble this past weekend. We came in second place, but I was literally on a tee box and someone saw my hat and they said, do you know about these new Bridgestone golf balls? And I'm like, yeah, actually I play them. I said, I love the Mindset. He goes, I just started playing them and it has changed my game. I've never thought about getting fit for a golf ball before, but this has made all the difference. So get out there, get fit for a golf ball and change your game with the Bridgestone line of golf balls. It doesn't matter what line it is. Any of them will help your game.
That's what we're talking about, Bradley. The ball you're using this weekend at the Michigan Adaptive Championship. There was an announcement that came out really early this morning that I sent both of you that said that the Asian Tour has signed an agreement through 2029 to partner up with the DP World Tour and the PGA Tour.
And blindsided LIV. That was my favorite comments that I saw on a lot of these posts of of media reacting to this. Was it blindsided LIV?
One, LIV shouldn't be blindsided by anything. Including
no, they should be blindsided by everything.
The lawsuit that came against them from their provider for the Any Shot Anytime app is suing them for $1 million now.
Steve, I told you this earlier today. I texted you this and you said it's not, but this is a slow death. This just needs to end.
No, this was
someone take Old Yeller out back. Like
the Asian Tour announcement today to me is, I'm not going to share anything that I can't share with you guys right now.
Well, no, but this is
genre.
This is the equivalent of the Black Knight in Monty Python and the Holy Grail of
merely
they
a
lost
flesh
an arm.
wound.
They lost
Yes.
just a flesh wound. Come back. You're running away. Like, that's what this feels like. That they
You're
just
gonna gnaw me to
won't-
death?
they
You
just
didn't do
won't
beat
die.
on me?
Yeah. Like, that's what this feels like. It feels like this is a slow, painful death of LIV. Like, I don't see them turning this around at any point.
I think, well, here's the problem. Their sales pitch isn't going well.
Hey,
Do
you want a tax break? You want to lose money? That's literally their sales pitch.
$25 million. Here you go.
You'll make it up eventually. We promise.
Yeah.
Through bankruptcy court.
Oh my god.
I just don't see. I don't see the powers that be involved in this, even if it does survive in a much slimmed down version of what they are today, also known as, I mean, what's the next thing that they're going to become? The Moonlight Tour in Central Florida? Like,
And, you know, the other kicker on this is we have a lot of friends out there in the golf world. Quite a few of them have been on this show at different points in time. Yes, they are, you know, there are businesses out there that are going to be affected. This isn't just about LIV. There are other people's livelihoods and things like that. And yeah, they're product suppliers. And for them, it's not about LIV or the PGA. It's about them making a dollar, you know, at the end of the day. And those are, in all of this, that's who I'm starting to feel bad for. Professional golfers are going to land on their feet one way or another. They're going to find an avenue to play golf.
or they're going to sit out a year and do what Kevin Na's doing and sit out a year and then go to the Champions Tour.
And who knows what that is going to be? But you know, let's look at our friend Craig from Taltag, who has done quite a bit of stuff. You know, even for Bryson and things like that.
He's focused on fishing now.
Yeah, he's focused on fishing right now.
He's doing good on fishing.
He's shooting fish in a barrel right now, literally, with everything that he's doing. But there are several other people out there that, you know, this is going to hurt.
This bigger, there's a much bigger issue here. And I think that when the chips, there was a rumor, and they talked about it on TV this weekend. They dabbled with it on the Golf Channel, and they dabbled with it on the broadcast, that there was a underswell, by the way, that there was big rumors floating around that LIV Michigan, their team championship, will not take place. And I think that will be the precipice that will start the downfall and the domino effect of breach of contract that you see these players have, because you were not only were you guaranteed money up front, but they guaranteed the number of events and the number of purses that you could make. So now you're losing that team championship purse money. You're losing out. You've already missed one event this year in New Orleans that you're going to reschedule. Wink, wink, wink. And now you have this, you're going to put these players in position where they are going to be able to look and say, listen, I signed this contract. And I look at John Rahm as the prime example of this, he's going to be able to get out of this contract, and in getting out of his contract is going to give him a lot of avenues. I honestly think it's why he paid his fine to the DP World Tour, because he knows it's his only avenue back. And he is going to do whatever he can. And the only people that are going to end up getting rich when all is said and done with this, because there's going to be no money coming from the PIF or from LIV, are going to be attorneys.
Well, and what I think is going to be interesting is if that happens. So let's say they come here to Indianapolis, they play Indianapolis. So if you want to be a part of history, come to Chatham Hills out here. Great golf course. The LIV event, it was supposedly a lot of fun last year. So I will promote that on here because I think it's great for the community. So I'm going to be sad to see that not continue to happen. But I think you're going to have this divide at that point of people that take the Rom side that we're talking about here of, hey, breach of contract, I'm taking this as my way out. And I think you're going to have some that are going to try to make LIV continue to be a thing. And I think Bryson's going to be one of those that's going to be, hey, I don't really think I have an avenue in the PGA anymore. Yeah. So I'm going to have to try to make this a thing or go somewhere else. So I think it's going to be interesting in that divide and what happens. I think that might be one thing that might save LIV in an aspect of, hey, it's going to shrink LIV down. LIV is not going to be this powerhouse that it wants to be, and it's going to have to basically become a mini tour, like you said. It's going to have to be something completely different and build up from the ground up again. I think that's what's going to be the big thing here is if they want to survive, I think they have to shut down and rethink everything again and get away from the past and get away from fighting the PGA and become something different.
A lot of the guys this week, especially the European guys, are squawking about the agreement that the DP World Tour made with the PGA Tour because they feel like how can the DP World Tour keep losing their 10 best players every year to come over here and play in events? I think that when you look at what is the monies that are paid on the DP World Tour, and let's be real, it's a dollars and cents game, right? Can the DP World Tour compete with the PGA Tour? Dollars and cents wise? No. The answer is no.
No, but they're doing the right thing. The DP World Tour is looking at this as, hey, we are an avenue as a funnel to the PGA Tour because PGA
they don't
Tour
like these guys in the past that have been very promotional DP World Tour guys back when it was just the European Tour. No, you look at the Sevies of the world that didn't want to come over here and would play on the DP.
And that's
you
fine.
have these. That's fine. You want to do that, but here's the other problem. In today's day and age, nobody, if they have the opportunity to come and make way more money over here in America than on the DP World Tour, Greg, ask any one of us, and we've said this before on this show. Why did the guys go to LIV? Because they could make more money.
Well, and it's to me, it's not even about like if I was on the DP World Tour, I'm doing that to prove my game, get my game better, to get to the PGA Tour, and it has nothing to do with the money in my aspect. It has to do with what I call the Jordan and Kobe mindset. It is I want to be the best, so I have to beat the best, and the best are on the PGA Tour. I don't care what your LIV keyboard warriors are going to say. The best players are not on the LIV Tour. They're not. A lot of good players on the PGA Tour went there, and I would say Rahm and Bryson are some of the best over there. And yes, please give me back Terrell Hatton. I'm all about Terrell Hatton. But you're right. Most people went to LIV for the money, not because they wanted to compete against the best players in the world. That's the difference. And that's why the DP World Tour can be successful and is successful, is because they didn't fight the PGA Tour. They realized what was there. And to be honest, even if they did it this way, and then people started to say, hey, I want to play more of the courses that the DP plays, and I'm seeing the better competition over there, that could have flipped. It honestly could have flipped.
Yep.
But the DP World Tour understands what they are. They understand that they want to partner with instead of fight the PGA Tour. So you have this. So this is what it's set up to be. So this is what makes golf great.
Yep.
Is that everyone's working together. We talk about it when we go to the PGA show each year. I just had this conversation with someone last week about the golf community. When they get along, is the most friendly community. They're not competing with each other. Like the big brands are competing against each other, but they don't hate each other out there. And the other brands are like, hey, I found this. I'm going to help you with this. I interviewed this person, you go help with this person. That's what the golf community is about. It is a community, and LIV took a big dump on that when they came out. So
it's like VHS and Betamax.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see, it's just going to get the next month to month and a half.
Just end it. Just end it. I'm tired.
I hope everybody has their popcorn because it's going to be exciting to watch. It's Michael Jackson and Thriller.
All right.
Hey, you know what you need to do? You need to lock in your yardage with Nikon Cool Shot rangefinders. Fast, accurate distances, slope technology, and crystal clear optics, so you can pick the right club with total confidence. Nikon Cool Shot. See it, shoot it, stick it. Nikon.com.
OLED technology.
The official rangefinder of the LPGA Tour and the Golfing Dads.
Hey, you saw my little guy coming here a few times, and his favorite thing out there, upswing golf. Make sure your kid's game, it grows with them. Upswing Golf, the best kids clubs on the market. If you are looking for clubs that your kids, they grow. They grow out of their clothes, shoes, everything, like every other day. Find a set of clubs with upswing that grow like a pro.
Yep, Will's got his ready to go. He's got his Young Guns Age Bracket Championship tomorrow morning, starting at 7:45.
Nice. Does he get hey, if he wins, does he get a bike spot up there at the club? Like, like if you win the club championship, you get a parking spot.
No, we just stole Donnelly's cart today and went out and played.
Okay.
Thanks, Donnelly.
I at least texted him first.
Well, that was mighty generous of you there.
And Donnelly, as always, remember, go Cubs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shots fired here.
I gotta go with my family on that one.
Yeah.
We're on to Minnesota.
We're on to Minnesota. It's
Minnesota.
Ready for that. We're not going to talk about anything else. I'm going to use my best Bill Belichick voice.
Yeah, we're on to Minnesota.
Let's go to the Twin Cities.
Scotty's playing this week.
Where's Rory?
Only playing 14 events.
That's
only playing 14 events.
You could play this event, Rory. Like, play one more event, man. Like, I still think that's. But all right, so we are on to the Twin Cities this week. Dave,
it's right up the technically right up the road from me.
We talked about our picks and everything, and Steve and I split the majors. He took the first two. I took the last. I took the Opens. He took the PGA and the Masters. So we had
I haven't had a good year with my own odds this year. It's just everybody. I've been a little off on my game this year.
Your gut's been wrong.
If everybody could rewind before this show started, I did ask Dave how he was still in charge of the odds on the show.
I'm not gonna lie,
because I'm still smarter than you, Steve.
I'm not gonna lie.
If
Patrick was playing this week, I would pick him because apparently Dave picks the right people the week before.
Yeah.
Before they win. So
yeah. I had Scotty at the Scottish Open and he missed the cut. And Steve and I could go back. We can watch that. And I said I really wanted to take Matt Fitzpatrick, if Greg had changed his mind and went with Scotty. And Matt finished tied fourth there. And then here for the Open, I took Matt Fitzpatrick. He missed the cut, and Scotty finished T4. So,
all right, Dave. So give us the odds.
Top five players. Yeah, top 5 players in odds this week because we have literally it's not the strongest of fields outside of Scotty.
Scotty, just under 3. Defending champion Kurt Kitayama at 22.5. Maverick McNeely at 23.5. Hideki at 28. Tom Kim at 29. Keith Mitchell at 32.
Casimir Keith at 32.
Yes. So I have first pick here because I missed the cut at the Open. And I need to kind of where we stand right now. Greg's got 55.5. Steve's got 35. I have 29.5. I pretty much need to win out
to have a chance.
now to even have a chance.
And I think you need some help with that too.
Yeah.
So that being said, I know I've busted on this guy for where he comes in at the odds, but he's played well at the John Deere. Then again at the Open, I'm taking Max Homa.
We're sorry, Max.
Yeah, sorry, Max.
Sorry, Max.
Sorry, Max.
We like you, so but Dave had first.
And then he'll probably go on and win the Rocket Classic next week, and
probably
somebody else.
Probably so. The last Rocket Classic.
Yeah.
I have second pick.
Week, so
I have second pick, and I'm gonna I'm going to step out on a limb here and take Scotty Scheffler.
That's a bold
let's be
choice
clear.
there, Steve.
Let's be
bold
clear.
choice.
I could not take Scotty because I took him at the Genesis at the Scottish Open. So being we were still in the same month, I was not eligible to take Scotty.
All right.
Yeah, I stepped way out on a limb there with that one.
Yeah, I could also not take, no, that was about it that's playing this week.
Yeah, that's all that what's in there. But
Tony Finau at 63, Gary Wooden at 63.
I'm taking Kurt Kitayama. He won this last year. I think he can go for the back-to-back. He's been playing well ever since last year, since this win. I think it propelled him to play a lot better this year, and he's gotten to play in a lot more. So give me Kurt. All right. With that, what an exciting Open. It was amazing. It was amazing to hear everything that went on this week. Dave, go back and watch it. You missed just some unbelievable golf. But
it's probably better
everybody.
than watching the Phillies, Dave, anyway. So
that's true.
Most things are nowadays.
I got to ask, they just announced them today. Are you buying the Phillies Field of Dreams jersey?
Probably.
Okay, because I'm like, that was right up your alley.
Yeah,
So,
I am going to the field. I am going to the minor league Field of Dreams game that is happening on Tuesday
Nice.
that week. So I was able to get tickets for that, but not tickets for the actual game. So I will
Just
at least
stay.
be going to something.
Just squatters right. Just stay in the seat until the game happens. So
That's the
all
Midwest.
right,
They beat
everybody.
you for that.
Major season is over. On to the playoffs here soon. Cheers,
Playoffs.
everybody. Playoffs.
Cheers, yo.
All right, guys. What a round today. Cheers.